Valstrax, we meet again! Let us
do glorious battle. What? How? What? He's so... Ah!
There you are! Valstrax! You think you can escape me, but no one can escape me!
Seriously? Where could...
What? You think you can make a fool of me? You think you can trick me? Hello, my fellow hunters! Are you enjoying the crimson glow? I know I am, because bloody hell, what a fight! This is Valstrax! This is Valstrax Supreme! This is Valstrax on steroids! This is...
It's enough to make a grown man cry!
He's everything we loved, he's everything we knew, but he is, at the same time, so completely different. I mean, one, he looks gorgeous. The hint of red at the start that becomes this overflowing, boiling sea of unstable, crackling dragon energy as it explodes from him. The way he can use it, the fact that he can now actually hover, straight up hover with afterburner jets straight down before a sudden slam into the ground. His missiles are enhanced, he is faster, he is more aggressive, he just is... He still has round the world, of course! Oh, and you know what else he has? A goddamn laser beam! And it's one of the most incredible moves I've ever seen. I love it so much. He is powerful. He hits like, well, a jet engine, and he is a stern challenge. Honestly, I think he might be the single best hunt in Rise. Everything about him is just on point, and I could not be happier with how they've done it. And while it may be a little bit perhaps weird that we have him as a variant without the base form, honestly, I think it's the way to go. It lets them completely give him all of this new, ridiculous moveset without, well, making him too much not Valstrax. Though it does describe him as a literal mutant, which is, you know, it's a little bit harsh, honestly. He has been driven mad by its own rampant energy. Again, that's what Dragon does. It drives creatures insane. He essentially is a Valstrax that's got the Savage Devil Joe treatment, which is a pretty intimidating thing to behold to begin with. Oh, sadly you can't jet around on him, but that would have been nice. A really lovely touch is that he does instantly change zone. He absolutely rockets to the next one. You can't even keep track of him. He bursts along the map, and that's so good to see. I really don't have anything negative to say about him. I really don't. I think he is a goddamn masterpiece of a hunt, and I am so pleased we have Valstrax back. It feels like it's been too long, despite technically him being the flagship of the most recent game before World. So, yeah, there is a reason that he's one of the most loved monsters, and simply, well, it's because he's one of the coolest, full stop. It's a rocket-powered Elder Dragon! Insane Edition. Alright, talking of insane, his armor!
Dear God, it's beautiful.
Outside of looking gorgeous, and yeah, it looks gorgeous, it's so good for greatsword. Though, that said, it will also be good for a lot of weapons and builds, because really, it's just potent, both on an individual piece level and as a full set. So let's talk about the full set. Each piece gives you a rank of Dragonheart. This is the kind of skill where you either want all 5 pieces to get rank 5, or you don't want any and you don't really care about it. So if you do wear all 5 of his armor,
It's essentially the same effect that it used to have, but a little bit more forgiving because the threshold is higher. So, when you hit 80% health or less, which, no, is not actually that low, like, that's fairly comfortable, especially if we're thinking about Rage Slash. When you hit that threshold, you get Dragon Blight and all that comes with that, but also you get set to 50 elemental resistance, which, let me be clear, is ridiculous. That is, you're just not going to die to elements. Like, that is incredible. And then also, plus 10% attack. The same as attack rank 7. Just there for free. That's pretty good. But obviously, if the armor's garbage piece by piece, then that doesn't really save it. But the armor is not garbage piece by piece. Firstly, the full shebang gives you 3 Resuscitate, 3 Weakness Exploit, and 3 Resentment. Now, obviously, the Resentment synergizes perfectly with being on lower health because you need to get hit. The Resuscitate synergizes perfectly with having Dragon Blight on that sub 80% health, and Weakness Exploit is Weakness Exploit. It's just good.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
So, we have a look then at the helmet, which comes with a 2 slot and a 1 slot, and a Weakness Exploit. They all have the Dragon Heart, so I won't mention that each time. That's just fine. It's not crazy by current armor standards, but it's certainly decent. The chest then brings with it 2 Resuscitate and a 3 and a 1 slot. That's a fantastic Resuscitate piece, and a lot of weapons can get use out of Resuscitate. With Bubbly Dance, with now this Dragon Heart, with Hellfire, Resuscitate might very well start creeping into, if not directly the meta, certainly the realms of potently powerful and deeply competitive. The gloves are the standout piece for basically every single set and every single weapon in the game, as they are 2 Weakness Exploit with a 2 slot. So essentially this is 3 Weakness Exploit, the gloves. Whack it on any set, free up your talisman to not be Weakness Exploit. This is ridiculously powerful, because the only real competing glove slot that everyone wears is to attack the Rathalos glove. So this is just magnificent and opens up huge building potential. The waist then, a Resuscitate and 2 Resentment. Again, very solid, as they are very good skills. Well, Resuscitate is, Resentment is good for Greatsword specifically, not as good for other weapons, but it still finds its uses. And then we also have the legs that have 1 final bit of Resentment. So, the armor in general, really cool, really thematic, really fun. The gloves insanely powerful, but as a whole, you gotta look at the big greatsword picture here. Of course, as my main weapon, it's what I always look at new armor as first, though for everyone this is going to be a huge deal. But for greatsword, you are doing Rage Slash, right? You're designed to get hit. 80% health is very high of a threshold. That hit will put you to 80% health. You will then get Dragon Blight, which will give you Resuscitate attack. You will then get Resentment attack. You will then get a powered up Rage Slash. You will then get the Dragon Heart 10% damage, and you will return with a Nuclear Strike! And isn't that not the coolest thing to imagine? My god! Now, I'll have to run the actual numbers, of course, but my gut is telling me, or at least it's wanting, to have a full 5-piece Valstrax Dragonheart Rage Slash Resentment Resuscitate build be the Greatsword build. And honestly, that's very much got a very high chance of being it, because it's a match made in heaven. His weapons also retain their gimmick of being all red and all white, which is nice. The roar isn't too crazy, but you're using Valstrax weapons for the dragon, of which it is very high. The white sham is obviously good, the 2 slots obviously good, and in terms of ramp-ups, you can get Exploit, which is basically plus 10% damage to everything that isn't an Elder Dragon, which is actually really good, or you can get your usual attack boost, and then Valstrax Soul is plus 20% dragon element when afflicted with Dragon Blight, which also is, fine and opens up some possibilities there. So, yeah, he is going to have a huge influence on our sets and the game, and I, for one, cannot wait to get experimenting. Crimson Valstrax is just wonderful. And I very much welcome him to Rise. Alright guys, let me know how you are getting on, let me know what you think. Like if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.